Our story starts in the shimmering heat of ancient Egypt, where the line between our world and the next was incredibly thin. For the Egyptians, the afterlife wasn't some far-off, disconnected paradise. It was an active realm running parallel to their own. The dead weren't really gone. They had just relocated to a different plane of existence, one where they still had power and influence over what happened on Earth. This belief gave rise to one of the most fascinating and personal forms of communication ever discovered, the letters to the dead. Dating all the way back to the Old Kingdom, around 2600 BC, these messages weren't sentimental keepsakes. They were serious, almost legally worded petitions with a very clear goal. People wrote them asking for help with all kinds of problems, family fights over inheritance, stubborn illnesses, infertility, and even for protection from evil spirits. The letters were written on whatever was available: pottery bowls, linen, papyrus, and even stone slabs, and then placed in tombs or chapels, often with food and drinks for the spirit of the deceased. The deal was simple. The living would provide for the dead, and in return, the dead were expected to act as powerful advocates. One of the most compelling examples is the Ku bowl, a simple ceramic dish that holds a universe of family drama. On it, a man named Shepsi writes to his dead parents, his father on the inside of the bowl, his mother on the outside. The message is a desperate plea for them to step in and solve a property dispute that's threatening his entire livelihood. He reminds them of how well he treated them, basically making his case and insisting he's done nothing to deserve this bad luck. He's not just asking for a little comfort. He's demanding supernatural legal aid from the highest court he can think to appeal to. Another letter, found on a jar stand, has a man asking his dead father and grandmother for a healthy son. He was convinced that his wife's health problems were being caused by two troublemaking maidservants. So he wasn't just asking for a child. He was asking his dead relatives to intervene in a domestic squabble that he believed had supernatural roots. These letters show us a world where the dead weren't just remembered, but were actively involved in daily life, seen as powerful go-betweens who could talk to the gods and change events on Earth. This wasn't just a quirky belief. It was a practical part of life and death. Section 2. The angry and the restless.